Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Dating in Beverly Hills, Wall Street, Palm Beach, or Monaco Can Be a Nightmare. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. So let's say you're single and you want to start dating, and you'd like to date somebody noteworthy. You want to meet somebody successful, intelligent, wealthy, and interesting. Where do you go? Well, some people like to date and pursue love in places like Beverly Hills, Wall Street, Palm Beach, or even Monaco. But is that a good idea? Can you be successful in your pursuit of love in those ultra high net worth areas? Well, some people can, and others who try to find love in these areas descend into a nightmare of trouble. So we did the research and we found some interesting things. Let's begin with geography. Back in the day, people would go to these high-end areas and hit the nightclubs and the restaurants and start to mingle, start to look for true love at the bar. Is that still the case? Well, in some areas, people still go to clubs and bars, but in other areas, they use single sites and social media to meet people. So let's say you wanted to meet someone in Palm Beach. You would go to one of the high-profile bars or nightclubs or restaurants and meet somebody famous like Jeffrey Epstein back in the day, or maybe one of the Kennedys back then. Maybe you're working a normal job and you're enjoying a normal life, but you want some more excitement. You want to mingle with the rich and the famous, and maybe even go back to their mansions and see how that goes. So, well, if you decide to go back to somebody's mansion on the first date, the first night that you meet, well, you've already made a horrific mistake. Never go back to a stranger's home on the first date, day or night. That tends to send the wrong signal, especially if you've just left a nightclub. The next thing we found out that is sort of unusual when you meet someone that is high profile and extremely wealthy is that when they ask you for your number, it's not just so they can call you. It's also so they can text you a digital non-disclosure agreement that you have to sign and text back to them, so they can prevent you from publicly talking about your experiences with them, and they can even sue you if you try to sell that information or disparage them publicly in any sort of way. Some of these NDAs are really creepy. There can be language in there that indemnifies the celebrity or the high net worth individual from any legal liability if they engage in any aggressive or sadistic or hurtful sexual activity with you. They can literally punch you in the face or throw you around the room or bite you while you're in bed, and there's nothing you can do about it legally because you have consented to it in writing. Now, here's the way it works. These contracts that get texted to you over the phone, the fonts can be rather small, and the agreements, the NDAs, can go on for pages and pages and pages, and nobody who gets one of these after midnight is going to read all this garbage. But guess what? The high net worth person you're meeting is counting on you not reading that language. So the next thing our research reveals is that if you agree to go on somebody's private jet with them and fly off to some destination, then that can be one of the worst decisions you've ever made. It can be even worse than going to the mansion of somebody rich and famous. Why? Well, if somebody wants to take you on their private jet early in the relationship, then make sure they allow you to bring a friend or a chaperone with you. You do not want to be whisked off to some exotic location where you'll lose all control over everything. That's how horror stories begin. That's how horror movies and TV shows all begin. It's a really, really bad idea. So bring someone, and if they say no, leave immediately. So what about partying with controlled substances or narcotics? This used to be really common back in the day, but now it's really dangerous and deadly. Why is that? Because they're now putting fentanyl in everything. They're putting fentanyl in narcotics. They're putting fentanyl in cigarettes. They're putting fentanyl in candy. They're putting fentanyl in potato chips. As everybody knows, fentanyl is killing thousands of people every day, and each one of them, I assure you, thought it would not happen to them. Just touching a single speck of fentanyl on a coffee table can kill you almost immediately. This substance is killing celebrities and everyday people all across America. Now, what about Beverly Hills? What are the dating prospects like there? Well, Beverly Hills is getting much more fearful and paranoid. People may date you if they know you or if they know somebody that knows you, but generally speaking, people have become very paranoid given the explosion of crime in California. You know what's getting more and more common in California? The ultra high net worth individuals now prefer to have their first 5 or 6 dates over Zoom, virtual dates. They want to check you out and get to know you before they expose themselves to any potential risk. What about Palm Beach? How is dating in Palm Beach? Well, you have to understand something about Palm Beach. Palm Beach has always been a playground for hookers and drug dealers and douchebags and white-collar creeps who love to misbehave on the weekends. What about Monaco? Well, Monaco residents or visitors can be very conservative on the outside, but behind closed doors, these are some of the most degenerate, creepy, and criminal people on the face of the earth. Especially if they come on their yachts or private jets from certain ports of the world that can be described as havens for creeps. Now, we've got a special warning for you. The research that we did turn up revealed something startling. When we checked to see who the most dangerous and violent and creepy and degenerate wealthy dating prospects were, we found something really unexpected. You ready for this? We found that the most dangerous creeps out there on the dating market were anyone with a diplomatic immunity. Anyone with diplomatic immunity can commit a wide spectrum of serious crimes in this country, and oftentimes they can't even be arrested by law enforcement or prosecuted. What about Wall Street? Is that a good place to date someone? If you're looking for someone that you can spend 24 hours a day with talking about money, if that's your idea of fun, if that's your hope and dream, just yapping about money all day and all night, then Wall Street may be an option for you. But generally speaking, most normal people do not want to talk about money all day, all week, constantly. So if you're pursuing ultra high net worth individuals, there's another surprise that we have for you. Usually, many of them, a disturbing percentage of them, require that you adapt to their hedonistic and creepy and amoral lifestyles. If you can't adapt to that insanity, then you're probably better off dating somebody normal just like you. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. That's the operative word. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up. So make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new program. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.